He said his voice was true. Boys, we are. Sorry, the rest is Stu coming. Just cut me off.
I thought he said my wife is waiting for me still.
It's because I heard what he said, but I knew what you might potentially hear as well. Because for half a second I thought, what? But listen, we are live anyways. Guys, welcome back to Ever Pitch Talk. Welcome back to another segment here called Take a Touch. And as always, I'm joined with my host with the most. We're gonna switch it around a little bit. We're gonna introduce him first. Definitely first but not least, we have Big H. Again. Okay. I didn't know which one he was gonna do this time. And then this time around, last but not least, we have our boy Pato in here. Current champion, Premier League champion. You know what I'm saying?
They haven't even signed the guy, bro. No.
If he had dreads, I'll pull up his best comps and I'll flog him to Chelsea. you know them ones. That's what I would have done. But now, guys, it's been a bit quiet on the footballing, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. The transfer news, obviously, with the season kicking off in 2 weeks' time, it's kind of slowed down a bit. Everybody that's kind of needed to do the business, I've kind of already done the business. Is only the last few bits and bobs they're waiting for. A couple of pre-seasons has kicked off as well. There was the Arsenal versus Tottenham. I'm pretty sure you guys heard about that because I don't know why a friendly was so publicized and televised and people were talking about. They were trying to slander my guy Gyökeres as well, saying that he's a fat prick and he can't run and all this type of stuff. With some mad stuff they were saying about the fella. But then obviously Liverpool were playing today as well, and I seen highlights of that. Rio, how'd you say his name, Pato? Rio what?
Rio Ngamawa.
Is that one of you? Is that one of you? H? Is that one of your people?
I think he's Igbo. He's Igbo.
Is he?
That last name
is not.
What else could he be? He's not Igbo. What else could he be? And he's not Yoruba.
You know, look, the Igbo boys about Ethan is Igbo as well. You know,
yeah.
So
tell him to play for Niger. Stop playing for England, man.
Nah, I'll never send them ballers, them sides, man.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, there's a couple of little stories that I wanted to share with you guys. But it's the main one that Heung-min Son is leaving Tottenham after 10 years, which I think is the perfect time for him to do so as well, given the fact that he has been there for 10 years and he's finally lifted a major trophy with Tottenham Hotspurs. Just first of all, do you guys think it's a good time for him to leave? I personally think 10 years in, finally won a major trophy. I don't think there's anything else that you really need to prove. Proven bags. We were talking behind the stage, anyways, that he's a proven bagsman, but it wasn't proven when we needed him to do it the most against City 2 seasons ago. But yeah, how'd you guys feel about this one? To be honest, you know me. You know me personally. I don't give a rat's about Tottenham, so I couldn't really care less if he was staying or going, anyways. But how do you guys feel about this?
I rate the guy, man. He's a baller, Golden Boot winner. He gets goals, he gets assists as well. He's a creative player as well. He's had some goals that have been bangers throughout the years. He's broken our hearts. You can't even lie. He's given it to Arsenal. He's given it to Liverpool. So I rate him, man. He's won his trophy now. Let him go and rest. Do you know what I mean? Like Harry Kane left. He said, "Yeah, see you, man, in a bit." He stayed. He fought it out, and he won a trophy, and it was a European trophy even. So you can't really fault the guy. He's gonna go down as a Tottenham legend. He won a trophy as a captain as well. Even for the Premier League, for English football, he brought more Asian. You brought more Asian people to look at the Premier League. I was gonna say Asian eyes, but I didn't want to sound bad. But
what the fuck?
No, I was gonna say you brought more Asian eyes to the Premier League, but I meant.
Oh, okay, because I was about to say, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, you know what I mean. But where's he from? He's from East Korean, right? He brought a lot of Korean eyes to the Premier League.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's a big name. He has his own dedicated channel out there as well. He's a respected baller. The talent was there. It's unfortunate that he played for Tottenham, because I think at any of the other top 16, he would have won a lot more trophies and contributed more. But he had a solid career, man. He's not gonna be regarded as one of the greats of the Prem, but he's a cult hero. He's a Tottenham legend. So yeah,
do you not think so? You don't think he's going to be regarded as one of the greats?
Nah, because you have to compare it to who else. Who else?
Yeah,
You have
no,
to,
Charlie, we're good. Sorry, just let me just reply to this quickly, then I'll let you go. Yeah, no, Charlie, we've been good. It's good to have you back, bro. How's everything been? But yeah, no, I'd say he's one of the greats of the Premier League. I wouldn't, do you know what I'm saying? He's definitely up there. And if you think of high caliber attacking forwards that we've had in the Premier League, he's a Golden Boot winner as well. If you look at his efficiency record in front of goal as well, which I still refuse to believe after that miss against City, because the one time we actually need you to slot it away, you couldn't do it. But yeah, I say you definitely have to put on there. He's gave a lot of memorable moments as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's never won it, and he doesn't have the trophy hall to kind of back it. So maybe that's why he might be forgotten. I'm not too sure.
yeah,
I'd
I
say
think
yeah.
that. I think it's not. You don't have to win the Prem because
Mhm.
bro, Steven Gerrard didn't win the Prem. A lot. Harry Kane didn't win the Prem. But you need to win a bit more. Like if you grab like a two FA Cups or something, or like a League Cup as well, I think people would remember him more. But there's no like goals that amounted to anything. When a lot of the players that get remembered, it's like their goals get remembered because it impacted and it meant a trophy came to the club. But
Yeah.
in terms of actual talent, yeah, he's right up there. Like him and Sadio Mane and Sterling and Sane and them man a couple of years ago, they were like the wingers. Um, but the rest of them, the difference between him and the rest of them, they won some big trophies and he didn't, and that's just the way it was. To be fair,
Now, H, I know you rate Son very highly. So how do you feel about him leaving Tottenham?
It's about time. I think the guy should have left about 5 years ago. Could have gone Bayern, could have gone Real, the guy could have gone into any team. Started one trophy.
Maybe
He
not
could have
Real.
gone into any team. I'm telling you, he could have gone to the guy in his Premier League career, 333 games, 254 goal contributions. Do you know how insane that is?
pretty good return.
Not only that, I think he has two PFA Player of the Years.
Does he?
I
No
believe
way,
so.
he doesn't even have one. That is
No, I
crazy.
believe so. I think he has a shared one. So
Nah,
I think that year, two yeah, 18, 19 PFA Player of the Year.
hardly.
Yeah, bro.
There's no way. PFA Player of the Year in 2019 was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, yeah. He won PFA Player of the Year in 2019. That's about it.
Swear
He's
to
gone into
God,
the team of the year a couple of times though.
that is crazy. I did not know that.
And
2019.
and I just want to say, just for the people that don't know who may be watching, Son was obligated to go and do military service for Korea for 2 years.
I did remember that as well,
And
actually.
in order for him to not do it, he had to go win the Asian Cup. And what did he go and do? He brought it home. That's big time football right there. They said you have to be a gunman. He said, I'm not a gunman in the war zone. I'm a gunman on the pitch. And he said, I'm not going to war. I'm not gonna do it. This guy is a Premier League legend because first, your go GA alone, a lot of men don't even come, they don't even sniff this guy, bro. He got Player of the Year for Tottenham. For Tottenham.
Yeah, that's impressive.
He was the top goal scorer in the Sadio Mane, Mo Salah. When he was there. He was there. This guy counted, and now he's finished it by winning a European title for flipping Tottenham. For Tottenham of all, do you understand? All the odds are stacked against this guy. This guy should never have even reached a final in his life. But somehow, some way, Harry Kane couldn't even do it. But Son did it. This guy is a legend of the sport. And to think, obviously, there's been so many great Asian players that have played in the Prem, but I think this guy is really the pinnacle. And I think he's made such a good representation for Asian football and Asian footballers that people aren't gonna look at Asian footballers, because I know there used to be a stigma with Asian footballers being like, oh, he's just gonna work hard, just gonna be a nice guy, work hard, head down type of thing. But this guy came and showed that, listen, we're not just here to just be, fly under the radar. No, I'm a staple in every team. This guy could have gone and won Champions Leagues. He could have gone and won all the trophies, but he chose to stay at Tottenham. And in the Prem, this is a legend. This is a respected guy. I don't think anyone would even ever have a bad word to say about this guy. And if you don't like Son, there's something wrong with you. So shout out to Son. He's done it. Go LA, catch a few.
I don't like Son.
There's something wrong with
There's
you.
a reason why.
There's something wrong with you, but
There's a reason why.
Son, you go to LA, go chill with the BBL baddies. You know, catch a little 2-2 wine.
You think his dad is gonna let him do that?
Look, I saw the interview with his dad. His dad said, "Look, you've done everything. You go wherever you want to go, man. You've done it."
I don't think his dad is gonna be happy seeing him with Badinas.
Hey, I want to see Son stumbling out of the nightclub. BBL baddie on his side, bro. He deserves it, bro. He deserves it.
He's not even married. He's not even married.
Never.
At the end of the season, I always see.
I've never even seen him with a girl. Yeah. Never even linked to anybody. Nothing. I don't know whatever he's doing, whatever NDAs he's making these people sign, ironclad NDAs that he's getting them to sign.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. When you win a European title, man, it changes you, bro. Just wait till the Saka wins that Champions League, bro. I'll see that guy in Jack Grealish, man. Running out Hakkasan, bro. Don't worry, I'll see that.
You see my Bible study. He's not gonna turn into a Jack Grealish. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna look after the franchise player. But not. Just wanted to touch on Son a little bit. Just to give him his fair due on his props as well. I just don't simply like the fact that the most efficient guy wasn't able to score against Man City when on one against their second best goalkeeper as well, the second string goalkeeper, and he wasn't able to slot that home. And then having to watch him and Pep Guardiola do jokey, laughing at each other, hugging each other after the game as well. That thing sent my head into a different type of orbit. I couldn't even sleep that night. I was fuming. I even remember Paco came to watch the game in my house, and I even said I just started laughing when Son missed it because I said how? Paco was already had his phone. Was get ready to record a Tottenham score. Him too as well. He was shook. He was shocked. I was laughing. He was shook. I said these people, bunch of losers, man. But no, give Son his fair dues. Wish him all the best in LA. He can go and chop it up and settle his differences that he has with Hugo Lloris over there as well. So hopefully they can hug it out and they don't cause any beef over there. But guys, I wanted to get into some other pressing matters as well. Yes, I wanted to show you something. Call me delusional. Call me whatever you want. I'm going to be delusional if need be. Yeah. But listen, Rodrygo is back in training at Real Madrid, and usually he likes to wear. I didn't even know it's his stage. Boom. So Rodrygo is back at Real Madrid training, and usually he likes to wear like boots. All of a sudden, he's wearing Adidas. Even though Real Madrid are sponsored by Adidas as well, but he's always predominantly wore Nike. Do you know what I'm saying? And then if I even show you another thing as well, him and his girlfriend just broke up. Call me delusional, but this is a little arc that Gyökeres started. He changed his boots as well. He now wears Adidas F50s. He broke up his missus before he signed for the Arsenal. Listen, am I crazy for calling it deja vu?
You're putting 2 and 2 together and getting 11. It's not.
Let me work out the calculations. Let me count up the numbers in my hand. I'll get to whatever number I'll get to.
If you guys get Rodrygo, yeah, someone's gonna down the line for this Premier League.
If you get Eze and Rodrygo,
both of them. Hey, look.
Listen, why can't we be ambitious? You're trying to sign Isaac for 150.
Yeah, but we have the money. I don't know if you might have the money.
Nobody says we don't have the money.
Well, you need to start selling some people then to get.
Yeah, listen. I heard that Stuttgart want to sign Fabio Vieira, so that's a cheeky 20-25 mil there already as well. Do you know what I'm saying? We sell Reece Nelson. That's pure profit in the books. Do you know what I'm saying? We're able to get rid of Zinchenko. That's a bit more money in the books as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's assets there.
If Rodrygo is a needle mover because it's a huge upgrade on what you've got on the left wing right now.
Mm.
He knows how to handle pressure. He shows up in big games, so it would be kind of scary to be honest. And obviously, he's gonna feel good playing in a team where he's one of the main men. I wouldn't say the main man because Saka and Gyökeres are there, but he's one of the main men, and he's rated by the manager and the whole team. So he would probably excel at Arsenal. And obviously, like you're always saying, you're not going to be able to double up on Saka if Rodrigo's on the pitch, and vice versa, and you have Gyökeres as well. That front three would be kind of scary. I'm not going to lie, because Saka is a 30 GA in the Prem sort of player. Rodrygo would probably be the same, and then Gyökeres is yet to be seen. But from what we've seen the last couple of seasons, he's a bagsman as well. So the amount of goals that you would get having Rodrygo in the team, it would be kind of scary. Only thing is, you would have basically 2/3 of your front three being brand new, and you need it to kind of click straight away. That's yet to be seen. That's the only thing, but that would be scary hours if you get Rodrygo.
If you're telling players to go straight into the starting XI, you're not really too worried about time acclimatization and all that kind of stuff, because if you're signing them to go straight into the starting 11, you're expecting them to hit the ground running. Obviously, they'll have a few games where they're not going to be on it, but you kind of hope and expect that these type of players who've delivered in big moments, especially Rodrygo, winning 2 Champions Leagues, being crucial, especially the first one against City when he came onto the pitch, they had like about 5-10 minutes left or something like that. It looked like Real Madrid about to get knocked out, 2 goals, boom. As well was big part of the campaign when Jude first came as well, and then went all the way that season too. So, and then Gyökeres, you know what I mean, like he's won 2 back-to-back league titles at Sporting Lisbon and League NOS, and we all know he knows where the goal is as well. So there'll be a little kind of like learning period, but it won't be too long, and I don't see it where these people are really going to go on a goal droughts for far too long either. And just like you said as well, all that doubling up on Bukayo Saka is not going to happen anymore, because when you have Victor Gyökeres floating around somewhere and then you have Rodrygo on the other side, I double dare you to pull 2 or 3 man on Saka and see what happens. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like I said to you guys last week as well. Like I think you really be able to get to see how versatile and how good Saka is, where he's not having to be the creator and finisher in the team in a sense, where now he can lay off the ball to his teammates and know that he's probably more than likely going to get it back. And if he doesn't get it back, they're going to create a chance themselves and they're going to score themselves. Now it's like these people, like we all know our Arsenal play, pass the ball to Saka, inshallah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like it's written on the wall. If you're able to stop Bukayo Saka, you're able to stop Arsenal Football Club, because they have no other outlet. You know the guy on the left side is not doing anything. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't even pay attention to him. And then when he does have the ball, you're able to stick 1 man on him. And if you really wanted to, if you're really bothered, you stick 2 guys on them, and you know you're definitely going to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just if you're able to get him through, that's what I'm saying, boys. Just let me be delusional by the little hints that he's dropping, because I also seen something that Bukayo dropped as well. Yesterday, he was at the New Balance headquarters in London. And they had like I think it was a picture or a mural of him on the wall, and just at the bottom there was a picture of Eze there as well. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you have to look out for the hints. You have to look out for the breadcrumbs. But hey, talk to me. Are you feeling these hints that I'm showing you right now? Do you think Rodrygo is a possibility for Arsenal?
Bro, I'm not feeling these hints, bro. Bro, I know Brazilian want to see him, bro. This guy left his missus, bro, because he wants to go and chop new things, man. God, bro. That man don't do relationships more than 2 years, bro. But yeah, look, it's one of them. Look, we've been linked to him. I know the talks have been there, innit? But I think, like Patrick said, it's a case of like if we're gonna try and do, because it seems like Eze is almost like a guaranteed that we're gonna get Eze. So you can get Eze without selling people, but if you're looking to then add Rodrygo, you need to start selling some people, man.
Like, yeah, that's what I said. Like Nelson can go if Fabio Vieira is on his way out as well. Do you know what I mean? If you can get a decent price for Zinni, that's like 3 players. That's about like 50, 60 quid worth of talent that you'll be able to get off the books there. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then it'll bring that net spend. Do you know what I mean? Right down as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but look how many players we just sold for 60 M's.
Squad.
Oh, fella sold about 4 players and got 60 million.
Yeah. Bro, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Like, Arsenal Football Club are genuinely the worst people at selling players ever, man. Genuinely diabolical. Like, there's some guy that Liverpool's trying to sell, some of the academy player for about 15 mil. Never seen this fella a day in my life. They're about to get 15 mil from him. We would even struggle to get 15 mil for Zinchenko. We struggle. And that's being real. We'd struggle to get 15 mil for Zinchenko. Like, and then if you see Chelsea now, Chelsea today have sold, what's his name? That's black. They have so many black players. It's actually hard to keep up, man. Fuck. That Leslie guy, you know that CDM, the son from Stade Rennais.
Chukwemeka.
Yeah,
No,
so
that's
not Kanye Chukwemeka. His name is Leslie something.
It's Ogochukwu, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, something like that. And they sold Amanda Broha to Burnley. Only God knows how much they got for that. Do you know what I'm saying? They sold Petrovic, one dusty goalkeeper, to Bournemouth for 25 mil.
25.
25.
What?
25.
Kelleher
25.
how much did Kelleher go for? 25?
Yeah, around the same.
Yeah.
This fella was on loan last season at Strasbourg.
Mad.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what, like, if I was to guess, the fees undisclosed, I was trying to see what number it was, but if I was to guess, they definitely sold that guy for about 25, 30 mil, that Leslie kid. Do you know what I'm saying? Definitely. Do you know what I'm saying? And only God knows how much they got for Amanda Broha as well, but that Amanda Broha one would be pure profit on their books as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he came through the academy. And then obviously they sold Madueke to ourselves for 52 mil and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to selling Chelsea, yeah, bro, they have a doctorate degree in this stuff. When they need to shift people, they shift them fast. But what Arsenal is like, well, we're looking, we're seeing. Somebody made this up. I seen something that apparently Porto wanted to sign Jakob Kivio, but they wanted to do a loan with obligation to buy. Like, what do you mean along with obligation to buy? It's either you want to sign them or you can piss off. Do you know what I'm saying? Then I'm also reading reports as well that Fulham want to sign Reece Nelson again, but they want to take him on loan with obligation to buy. You've already had him on bleeding loan. Either sign him or piss off. So it's one of them ones. This summer transfer window, we need to put our foot down especially when it comes to Elko ones, because the incomings, they have surprised me a lot. 6 players in, but at this point, bro, I didn't think Arsenal Football Club had it in them. When they were prepping me all for a big summer, I thought they were just talking a shit again. They told me the exact same thing last season, and it took them to 2.5 months to sign 2 players, and that was Calafiori and Moreno. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, they need to put their foot down when it comes to Alcones. But I think if we really wanted to bring it back to Rodrygo, if we really wanted to, I think we could do Rodrygo on top, but be very, very greedy. And we'd have to move with maximum efficiency, if you were to ask me.
Well, you're going to have to sell Havertz, man. Because realistically, because if you think about it business-wise, if you're talking about someone that have a good resale value, that is a decent footballer.
Man said decent.
It's quite Havertz. We signed him for 64 million, bro. We could probably get maybe 50 M's for him, 55 million for him.
But you know, Arteta is never letting go of Havertz. So
but that's what I mean. But that's why Berta is there. You have to slap Arteta and tell him, "Shut up, it's down." Right? The big boys are talking.
Yeah, but I think Arteta's contract and Havertz's contract is linked. They have to be at the club.
You know what? For him, then I have to say to Arteta, Mikel, look, it's either you keep the boy or you have to go as well. I can sell you too. You think I can sell you? I can sell you as well. Bro, we have to sell Havertz, get rid of Jesus, get rid of Zinchenko, get rid of Vieira, get rid of Martinelli. Then you go. Now you have maybe 100 M's, 110 M's sitting there. Bro,
listen, if you only got 110 M's for those amount of players, brother, just liquidate the whole club. That should be closer to 200.
But it won't be. But that's the thing. And that's the thing is like with a lot of clubs is that most clubs don't sell, like the Arsenals, the Uniteds, the Liverpools. They don't sell players. Like obviously you have the outliers such as like a Coutinho, such as
Cristiano.
But it's like most players that will leave a club like that, like ours anyway, we're not selling them for a mad profit. That's not really the financial structure of like a Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal, even a Tottenham. That's not how they're financially set up because you're leaving a quote unquote big club. So if they didn't want you, you must not be as good as what you actually are. So we're not gonna like Arsenal signed Havertz for 64 million. Nobody's gonna sign Havertz for 64 million. Even if Havertz was even good, they're not gonna sign him because you're leaving a top team. So that means wherever you're going, unless you're going to a Real Madrid, that means they're paying 100 M's for you, or Barcelona, 80 M's. If you're not going to one of those guys at Bayern Munich, then that means you're going mid-table or you're going to Italy, realistically. And the money, that means you're not worth us spending big P on you. Like look at Luis Diaz. They sold him, but where he went was to Bayern Munich. They paid 70 M's. It makes perfect sense. You're obviously Liverpool are better than Bayern Munich, but it's like in terms of stature of a club, it makes
Compact.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. But if you're selling Luis Diaz and it's Everton knocking on the door, bro, no, you're not gonna sniff at 70 million. You're looking at 35, 40 million. So Arsenal, Liverpool, United, we're not the clubs that when we sell majority of our players, we don't get 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 million for them. We're usually getting the 20, 30s, 40s. That's the realm of where we're at. But that just comes into the stature of your club, really.
But
Because
one
if
thing,
you want to sell Zinchenko's not going to go to Real Madrid. He's going to go to Everton. Do you know what I mean?
but one thing I will say about the big clubs is they get a lot of money for the youngsters, and I
And
don't.
that's where Arsenal was lacking.
Yeah, I would say because I don't know any youngster really that has gone for any decent amount. Like a youngster going for 15 million is really good business because like
Mm.
let's say someone that has only played one game, one professional game, one senior game, and was
How
turned.
much how much did Trafford go for when he went to Brazil? Was that 40 M's or something?
Well, to back to City.
No, when Trafford went to Burnley, I think he went for
Mm.
40 million.
Did he?
What?
I think he went for 40 million.
Jesus.
I'd have to double check that. Hold on, yeah.
Well, stuff like that. But then again, if I feel like Arsenal tend to keep the youngsters that are balling out like
They don't know when to let go. Like Reece Nelson should not be at Arsenal Football Club in 2025. He should have been let go like 2 years ago. You should have sold him. Should not like what Arsenal need to stop doing is that just letting these players leave on loans. Even if you only get maybe 10, 12 quid, 10, 12 quid, but 10, 12 million, for them or something like that. But still set the precedent that if you're gonna come, you're coming to buy them. You're not there's no loan with obligation to buy or just a straight loan and all kind of stuff. Look like sell like Arsenal don't sell with intent. It's just like before this transfer window, to me they weren't buying with intent as well. They were just kind of there, be like, oh, can we sign this player? They say, oh yeah, it's this money. I'd be like, we only have this much. Then you can't get it. Then be trying to negotiate and barter and all this type of stuff for too long. They need to have that kind of set that kind of precedent this summer as well, especially with outgoings too. So like if Stuttgart are really serious about signing Fabio Vieira, I don't think you should sign him for anything less than 25, 30. I'll be honest with you. Because the guy's still young, still has time on his side, and definitely in a slower league where it's not as much on physical strength. It would be more on your technique and your patterns of play and all that kind of stuff, where you'd be able to excel in the Bundesliga and where you'll have more time and space and all that kind of stuff. Definitely. Because I know a season or two where if he actually really hits the ground running in the Bundesliga, they'll be trying to flip him for like 50, 60 mil.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like just get me between 25 to 30 M's and I'm happy and we can cut losses and we can call it a day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we sold Jerome Ponza for 40 M's or 35 M's or something like that. So
Do
like,
you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, even for the Trafford one, sorry, so it wasn't 40 M's. It was 14 million. But they sold someone with no first team appearances for 14 million pounds.
that's what I'm saying. Like no first
Like
team under
this
20.
is how you just recirculate money. Like look, obviously I'm not saying if you have an absolute world beater on your team, obviously don't sell the kid. But I'm sure there's so many we let who wasn't him Kozer Jubri that was at Arsenal. That was a good 5 to 6 million we could have got. He went for free. We had two brothers in our academy that we just let go for free. This is again, these people real life just pay look it's FIFA boys. You selling your academy guys, collecting small 5 million here, there, bro. Next thing you know, you have 40 million from certain 4 view players. then you can go and put that towards, getting yourself someone in for the first
And
team.
and stuff like that, selling academy players, pure profit in the books. Do
Pure
you know what I'm
profit.
saying?
All you have to
Let
do is-
you, it gives you a bit more leeway, PSR and all that kind of stuff as well.
How much did you sell Balogun for?
Like 35.
All right, yeah.
It's all right. Listen, when we sold it will be to everything for 40 mil, I said everything a bunch of dopes, man. I said what?
More.
I'll come to
You know what I'm saying? I said what? 4 years for Iwobi. I was listen, I wanted to give whoever made that deal a pat on the back. I said 40 for him. I said, wow. Well, I thought they're absolutely terrible at selling, man. They need to get the game on a lot better.
The
But
fact we never had a player in an 89 million sale is very, very telling about Arsenal. Honestly, now I'm not saying you sell
every other big club has had it. Obviously, Liverpool with Coutinho, United with Ronaldo, Chelsea with Hazard, even Spurs with Harry Kane as well. Who's Arsenal?
Alex Iwobi, bro. Do you know what I mean?
It will be for 40 mil. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like you have, not that you have to, obviously don't sell your best player, but if a club comes knocking and you feel like you can look at Liverpool, they've been holding, bro. They're gonna hold this Luis Diaz money now for the next 15 years, bro. And then they'll end up signing the next Florian Wirtz in the next 10.
They're gonna invest that into bitcoins.
But it's just like Arsenal's transfer history, and it's so bad because how much did you sell Henry for? How much did you sell Van Persie for? How much did we sell? How much have we sold all of our best? Even Vieira. How much did we sell Brett? Do you know what I mean? How much did we sell all these men for?
Even Cesc Fabregas as well.
Fabregas as well. How much did we sell these people for?
Because
the things Fabregas was what, 35 million? Or was it 50 million?
No, it wasn't 50. Tell you that. It wasn't 50. If it was 50, it'd be a record sale.
Because then, to me, it's just like you've had so many world-class talent in your club, but yet you're getting pennies for them. It doesn't make sense. You let Thierry Henry go, and you didn't chop 50, 60 million for Thierry Henry, and he was even starting for Barca. Something fishy is going on over them sides, man.
Fabregas went for 24 million.
Bloody Jesus.
With 24.
And the fella he just won. He's a pivotal part of them winning the flipping.
He was the captain. He was the captain.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just like Arsenal, like, what is it that we're just jumping on there? People just just give them, when your mom sends you to the shop and she tells you, go to this auntie, but just give her 10 euros. She'll tell you 50, just tell her you only take euros. That's what they're doing to Arsenal, bro. They're like, how much? They have Saka. Maybe you should give them 120. Say, look, just tell them 60. Tell them 60. Bet you can do 75. Take it.
Did you know that Fabregas contributed 1 million per year from his own salary to Arsenal for the next 5 years once he signed for Barca? That was part of the contract.
Oh, he paid out of his own pocket to get the move.
Yeah.
No, because he really wanted to, bro. They were putting the Barcelona shirt on them on stage after they won the World Cup, and I was fucking fuming, boys. 10 years of age, absolute tears in my eyes, fist clenched. I said, "I was spark every Spanish fella I see."
You know what's so funny about that? My dad goes to me. I remember I was getting an Arsenal jersey, and I said to him that I want number 4 on the back. My dad looked at me and said, "Don't get these players' numbers because they can just leave." I was like, Fabregas would never leave, bro. Come on, 2 years later. God. Yeah. Bro. But one thing is like, bro, if Fabregas paid $1 million out of his own pocket to get the move, we should have told him, said, Fab, hold your pee, bro. We're gonna squeeze his mouth for at least 50 M's. 50 million, you pay it.
You should have said to them, we have to test how much they really want you. If they really like you and they really want you, 50 M's.
But this is primetime Barcelona. They didn't really need anybody.
You know what I'm saying?
They
had all the bread in the world. They were winning like 6 trophies a year.
Yeah.
Wait, how much did we sell Alex? We sold Alex Song to them, yeah. Alex Song was even our best player that year.
I think it was only like 15 million.
After Van Persie. He went for 25 M's.
2025.
I think he went for 25 M's.
You could have had a serious squad, if you just kept your players.
Bro, we would have had a serious squad if we knew how to sell players, bro.
They didn't want to stay, but yeah, we sold him for 15 mil.
It's even worse. I even said 25.
Sold him for 50 mil. I knew it wasn't much. I knew it was small money.
Bro.
He was only 24 at the time.
Imagine he went to go and sit on Barcelona's bench collecting dust and trophies for no reason.
And then, bro, how much did Thomas Vermaelen go for? Fellow went for like 8 million or something. Bro, Arsenal are probably the worst Big Six selling club.
He sold Nasri for 25 million to City.
Yeah, he sold. Bro, we were just giving dashing Barcelona players for 15 M's. He sold Vermaelen to them for 15 M's as well.
That's crazy.
Well, but that's what I mean. Football
it's like we were asking for like 25 and Barca said we'd do 15, and they just said, yeah, go on.
Yeah,
yeah, go on.
like they didn't even try to argue for it. Did you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go on.
You should have asked for 35 and then they would have brought it to 25. But you lowball, you just went in with what you wanted straight away.
You know what I'm saying? 15. Oh no, when I think about some of the deals we've done over the years, man, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, man. Genuinely.
So look at it this way. Even if you sign Rodrygo, bro, we'll end up selling for about 14 million. Oh my lord.
No, boys. But there was another thing I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. So basically, what I have on the screen is just direct offensive contributions between midfielders and attackers per 100 touches. And I just want to first of all say, as you can see, my star boy, the franchise player, is on top of that list, even though he was injured for about 3 months. Do you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't all alone. Do you know what I'm saying? Mohamed Salah was right there behind him because obviously the season that he had unprecedented, one of the best seasons I've seen from an attacking player in the Premier League. But then I was kind of looking at the list and I was a bit surprised to see Noni Madueke number 3 because some of the Chelsea games that I kind of tuned into, it didn't really look like he was doing too much on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little bit surprised that his output was similar enough to Cole Palmer's, but Cole Palmer was a bit more flashy. He was getting the goals and the assists. It just seems like Noni Madueke had that Wolves game and just called it a day. After that, they didn't really do too much for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? But then I was looking down the list again. I said, "Oh, Zay's there as well." I said, "Thank the Lord." Maybe for once we'll have somebody outside of Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard to actually create something and actually try to do something off their own accord as well. And then I was looking further down the list. I said, yeah, it's not too bad. Luis Diaz, you know what I mean? Cody Gakpo, you know, they're putting in a shift. I seen Garnacho even putting in a bit of a shift. Then I seen the two flipping hideous twins near enough down at the bottom of the list. I seen Gabriel Martinelli 5th from bottom. And I seen Leandro Trossard at the bottom of the table. Boys, if we do not sort out that left side absolutely reeks. Fucking stinks. If we do not sort out that left side, one of them has to go. If it was down to me, both of them would be gone. But I'm not the sporting director. I don't get paid to make those type of decisions. One of them has to go. I don't know which one, but one of them has to go. Because we cannot have this level of output again this season. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember, I was telling you guys before when Martinelli was shit troubles that we just moving from side to side, quickly thinking he's doing something. You know, have you seen that viral meme of the Indian guy where he's pretending to do stuff quickly? He's be doing all these twitches. Yeah. That's what basically Martinelli does on the pitch. Looks busy without actually doing anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've been screaming up and down for the past 2 years. Where's this pace that people tell me about? Because last season when we played against Everton at the Emirates, he wasn't even able to be a 4-year-old Ashley Cole for pace. Ashley Cole had him in his back pocket.
I said Ashley Cole.
I said Ashley Cole. Fucking
Young, Ashley
Young. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going.
That's curious.
This is how mad this guy gets me. Because they'll be making an excuse for him. Because I was seeing something the other day, yeah. Somebody called. You're gonna laugh at this here. Somebody called Martinelli a baby Suarez.
A baby Suarez. Why?
Baby. Because they said that his best position is up front instead of Mateta using him as a touchline winger. That's not his best position. But then if I come and say his best season or his best output was him being a touchline winger, they haven't nothing to say.
The 15 goals, yeah.
They have nothing to say. They said, "Oh yeah, Arteta's misprofiled him." Well, probably not, because Arteta put him on the wing. He's got 15 goals and got 5 assists, 20 over 20 GA in all competitions. So he's probably like, "Okay, cool, that's your position."
Yeah.
And then instead of the guy to kick on after he got his big contract, the fella started eating steak, start going to carnival, start putting on a bit of weight. If you even look at his hairline now, I was watching him at preseason. His hairline is starting to be non-existent. He's starting to bald in little patches as well. I'm noticing. You know what I'm saying? His miss beforehand, I keep saying it, his missus was living in Brazil. Maybe that's what drove him, and the hunger to get that contract. The minute his missus moved over to the UK with him, he plays like absolute dog shit for the past 3 seasons now. Can't focus. He's probably knacking every single night. Only God knows.
Testosterone is gone.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that hunger anymore. Like I seen Goody Dongo post today. He doesn't have that favela hunger. It wasn't even Goody. It was John. It was Tams. He said he doesn't have that favela hunger anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? He's eating good. He's in Hakkasan. I see him wearing Prada and all this type of stuff. How many times you see Bukayo Saka wearing Prada? Not many.
See that nigga in Birkenstocks and the shirts.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's even wearing New Balance.
Yeah.
This Martinelli guy is doing ads for Prada, thinking he's some sort of sex symbol or something like that. How about some goals and assists, Hermano? How about some goals and assists? How about you complete 5 dribbles in a row? I'll clap for you. How about you beat your man going on the outside, going on the inside? How about that? But H, I want to get your opinion on this. Look at where Martinelli sits and look at where Leandro Trossard sits. Which one of them has to go? Because both of them cannot stay.
Well, the thing is, Leo can finish, and he can whack a ball. But Martinelli's younger. I can still work with Martinelli. I can still work with him. I can mold him into
a baby Suarez. Into a baby Suarez.
I said it last week. The guy is a striker. The guy is a winger. I've seen it. I've seen it enough times to know.
Useless. The guy is useless, man.
Because Martinelli's the type of striker that he makes the diagonal runs. That's his game. The true ball into him over the top. That's his game. He can't deal with playing with players in front of him. It's either the player has to be in a line with him, or he's looking, or he's almost like behind the player. He can't play him facing a player and then the goal is beyond him. He can't do that. That's not part of his game. He had space to run into that year. He scored 15 goals. That's because no one expected Arsenal were going to do what Arsenal did. But now they know, bro, low block as a touchline winger. Yeah, what touchline? Where are you going to go? Where you think you're going to knock the ball? Bro, if he even tries to knock the ball on, he's going to knock it out for a goal kick. It's not his game. You can turn this guy.
So how do you think? So okay, the touchline winger stuff is not his game. So how the hell could he be? Could he be a striker in Arsenal system then?
He realistically would be your Jamie Vardy, your fox on the box, first time finishes only. Because I don't trust that fella making 2 touches before he touches the ball. First time finishes only. Those late runs, that direct front post, back post run. That's him. He can be your backup striker. You can then sell Havertz, go and sell Jesus, go and sell them all, and then get Rodrygo. I'm telling you, I've seen the vision. I've already tampered with on Football Manager. I know that run. That I'm telling you, see that run from where the right back is towards where the left back is. See that front post run, yeah. Those finishes, that like a Luis Suarez, Javier Hernandez. Those first step. That's his game. This brother is not meant to be a touchline winger. It's not. He doesn't have the jink. He doesn't have the intricacy to beat a man to body. The guy doesn't even do body feints, bro. How can you not do body feints? The guy do not do body feints. Bro, when you see Jeremy Doku with the ball, fellow feints you 50 times. You do, bro. The only thing moving is the dreads, bro. Body's just moving everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Martinelli can't even think, bro. He's always looking down at the ball, bro. I'd rather you're looking down at the ball in the box, because at least then I know when you shoot, you've made good contact with the ball because you've seen it. Not when you're on the wing. That by the time fellow now beat the man for pace, bro, and then you get to the boiler and then the ball's going up for a goal kick, you're just burning yourself, bro. Leandro Trossard, on the other hand, bro, big man, you're Belgian. You go Saudi, make your money. You can come back to the Eredivisie or go to the Belgian league, bro, call it a day, bro. You're 30, you're nearly 30, B. It's gone. You're not scoring hat tricks at the cup no more, bro. It's done. Fella can't even score a hat trick against Huddersfield, let alone bleeding. I don't even know who even came up from the Prem. Burnley. Could you imagine Leandro Trossard scored a hat trick? I couldn't believe it. So for me, keep Martinelli. You can mold him into second striker, but Leo's time is done, man. It's done. It's over.
I would agree with that, to be honest. I think Trossard, the age, man, is catching up with you.
But Bato, do you think Martinelli could be transformed into a striker?
Look, it's clearly not working at left wing. So what's the harm in putting him? No, seriously though, what's the harm? He can't be any worse up front than he is on the left wing. He can only be better. So why not? Whack Rodrygo.
Listen, like Mick McCarthy said, it can.
Bro,
it definitely can.
Maybe I don't know what he's gonna end up being, but I think he has one more season, and to be honest,
that's my issue. One more season where we're gonna tank his value because right now this winger market is hot. Southampton are not trying to sell Tyler Dibblin. Do you even know who Tyler Dibblin is?
Yeah.
See, good. 19-year-old England winger. They're trying to sell him. Well, they're not trying to sell him. Everton want to sign him, basically. And Everton put in a £40 million bid with add-ons, and they said no. Southampton for a 19-year-old. Southampton got relegated. You know, at the start of the transfer window, they tried to put a £100 million price tag on this guy. I said these people are very, very sick and deluded in their mind. That you think that this guy that helped you get relegated, and we're now going to pay 100 M's for what? And you're not gonna sell me a potential, because if he was potentially that good, I would have heard a lot more about him. He would have been putting up these numbers and somewhat fighting, and then people would say, okay, Southampton went down, but it wasn't because of Tyler Dibblin. Tyler Dibblin was part of all that. It's his fault as well. You know what I'm saying? But they're not trying to accept a 40 mil plus add-ons from Everton to sign Tyler Dibblin for Southampton, who's going to be playing in the Championship. Madueke went for 52 million. Kudus went for about 60, 65. And Bremer went for like about 71. I'm pretty sure when United sell Garnacho as well, they're going to sell him for at least 50 mil. I'll say flat 50 mil would be the lowest they'll probably get from him. Why are we not taking advantage? I know Trossard is the older one, but given the reasons that H already listed as well, he can finish, shoot on both foot, and he can whack a ball. And most importantly, he actually has a brain and he looks up. You know what I'm saying? I am saying, flip that fake Brazilian right now. Go and sell him for about 60, 70 M's, and let's call it a day. Because if we keep this guy another season and we try to sell him next year, somebody is gonna come with a £20 million pound bid, and we're gonna be looking at ourselves saying, "Oh, that's too less," because we never sell at the right time. The time to sell Martinelli is right now, right now. And I'll give you another caveat as well. All his mates, I get new contracts. In that 22-23 season where we exploded and nobody expected us to be there, Gabriel Magalhaes got a new contract. Saliba got a new contract. Bukayo got a new contract. All those players again, going into 25-26, all those players are getting re-signed. Who's the common denominator now? All of them that you haven't even heard being offered a new contract. They even looking to even give Trossard a new contract before they even give Martinelli a new contract. The writing should be on the wall. Go and get rid of this guy. Because you're like all of us, like most of the fan base. I'm not falling for this stupid propaganda. I'm not waiting for this guy to explode. I'm accepting him for what he is. He's a dead baller. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hoping that he can turn into a baby Suarez. I'm not hoping that we can stick him in this position and he might ball out. No, get rid of him. When players are not good enough, what do? You get rid of them. Let's stop all this fantasy of, or maybe he could be this. No, he is what he is. What he's showing you right now, that's the best that he can do.
I think probably because you didn't buy him for a lot of money, it's not the worst thing in the world if like next season they sell him for 35 million. It is what it is, sort of thing. But with Trossard, bro,
we're not gonna get more for Trossard than what we signed him for. We signed him for about like 25 M's. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna recoup that. The most we're gonna get is between 10 and 15. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Get rid of Martinelli now.
To be honest, you probably do need to get rid of both. Let's keep it a book. That
No,
would
No, I'm telling you, Martinelli second striker, boys. I'm telling you.
I'd rather have a second striker than Martinelli. I'll be
They need
real.
to trust my vision. They need to trust my vision. Look, Arsenal, if anyone that works for Arsenal is watching this, bro, honestly, just get me in. I'll drop it the football manager stats, bro. I'm telling you. Second striker, I'm telling you, the guy will do it. Even, do you remember that goal he scored? Taribo, he caught it on the volley in the box, whacked the first one, boom, crashed it. This is the guy is meant to be your Jamie Vardy, your first time finisher. That's the player profile he is.
Don't disrespect Jamie Vardy like that.
No, but I'm not disrespecting. I'm not saying he's as good as him, but I'm saying that's the type of mold that you can actually make him into the box
you really couldn't. Jamie Vardy didn't break Vanessa Roy's record. Go and be near enough one of the top goal scorers in the league. Won the Premier League, FA Cup, Community Shield to be compared.
I'm not saying Martinelli is going to ever be as good as Jamie Vardy, but I'm saying he can be a lot better than he is on the left wing, being a striker.
What level do he get to as a striker? Darren Bent?
Sincerely, yeah.
I don't even know if Darren Bent, he has over 100 goals in the league.
If Havertz can score, what was Havertz's best season like? What, 10 goals, 15 goals, 12 goals, or something
15,
like that?
15.
If Havertz can do 15, Martinelli, I'm telling you, can do that, if not more. Guaranteed.
Is Havertz not a better finisher than Martinelli, though?
No.
You have to say yes, because he's been finishing a lot more than Martinelli has.
Oh, poor Havertz on the wing. Put him there. That bleeding lanky giraffe, man. Fella be knocking the ball into the fucking rosette, man. Look, I'm telling you, if Havertz can do 15, Martinelli can at least do 15, if not more. Bro, even that goal against Real Madrid, do you see how bro, against Thibaut Courtois, see how calm, see the position, bro, see the way
you see how you walk the post against Nick Pope again in the Carabao Cup semi-final? Do you see how you walk the post then?
This guy wants Martinelli to fail so bad.
It's not even like I even want him to fail. I just want him to leave my club. I don't think he's good enough.
You already failed.
Look, I think if you need a bit, like, if you have him as a second striker, I think he gives you something so much different than what Havertz could give you, than what Trossard could give you, than what Jesus can give you.
Let me ask Pato a question. Would you take Martinelli in your squad? Would you pay good money for him?
No.
You won't take it.
No, I'm not asking you.
YOLO, my guy. Big ups to you, broski, joining me on YouTube. Nah, this is one of my guys from TikTok. We're always chatting about football. My guy. But yeah, no, Pato, go ahead, broski.
So you said, would I take Martinelli at Liverpool?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he gonna get in? I would rather take Nunes.
Nah, you wouldn't. Nah, give that over, man.
Take Nunes, but for what we had, for a left wing position, we had Diaz and we had Gakpo. Bro, he's not an upgrade on any of them, and he's not as consistent as either of them.
Okay, what about what my guy said? Hamza, he said he'd take Martinelli for FA Cup rotation.
I would rather gamble on Rio and Gamoa. Real talk. That's not even an insult. He's been shown good promise as the 16-year-old. So, nah, man. I don't like the brain dead players like Nunes and Martinelli. So
but look, I'm not. But Pato, I'm not even telling you that. Oh, you should go and buy. I'm just saying, if from what you've seen of Martinelli, converting him to a second striker is better. If there was like, there's nothing we can do, let's make him into a striker. Would you not try and make him into a striker?
One second, let me read out this comment that Stu said, because this one actually caught my attention. It said Arsenal will continue to do football without proper DM. Odegaard left side of midfield, Zimmerman right side of midfield, endless overhyping of Ingo Lunders means Rice will continue to get done in versus Fulham Palace on counters and not on TikTok. Well, Stu, you need to get on TikTok, man, because I'd love to have a good conversation with you on there as well. But Zubimendi is the DM though.
But I think defensively, can he stay in front of the back for like a Partey and break it up? Like
he has been. If you've been watching Arsenal in preseason, bro, Zubimendi is mustard, man. I'll be honest. I'm not even trying to like. Obviously, I know you guys could have signed him last season, but the fella's actually mustard. Like when he's on the ball and he's on the pitch, everything ticks over smoothly. Like I was able to watch a little bit of that game against Tottenham, and obviously last week when we played in preseason. When Norgard was in there, it was reckless. Do you know what I'm saying? They were just getting through us. The second balls, they were constantly winning. But the minute Zubimeni got onto the pitch, everything was calm. We were slipping balls through. Like the one thing I like about Zubimeni in arrears to Thomas Partey, he never tries anything silly. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't think he's like too cool for school where, be trying to do these flicks or trying to. There was one, I can't remember what game it was, but somebody was coming to challenge him. Somebody that's like 6 foot, he tried to flick the ball over his head. I said, God, let me just watch my tongue today because I could cuss this guy out. But he doesn't do anything stupid. He's like a smooth operator. He just keeps it ticking. He's positionally, he's always in the right space. And when it comes to passing wise as well, he moves it. Do you know what I'm saying? But Stu said it's 105 mil, can't facilitate on the left. Why can't he vary his passes or even accelerate play on the left? You're talking about Rice on that stage, and to be honest, it's down to instructions from the manager where he's told to crash the box and pin centre backs back. Because what I noticed when we played against Tottenham, that I said that I tweeted out as well, that we play in a U shape. So like Odegaard and Rice, they push so far up and wide to try to stretch the defense. There's nobody in the midfield like at all. Do you know what I'm saying? But the guy also says Suzumendi can play like Fabregas or Cosoro further up the pitch in England. Watch Rice get rinsed in all dropping points and counters in the league last 2 years. You misread. Yeah, but we dropped points on the counters because we had Thomas Partey stiff legs and like in the middle as well. Bro, I've seen Scott McTominay run past him. I've seen Wilfred and Dive that plays for Leicester that just got relegated, run past him as well. Him trying to keep up pace with James Justin that tore his ACL, that's not even that fast anymore. He couldn't even keep up pace with him as well. It was also like as in certain areas where Partey was good, he was also a shambles as well, especially on the counters. We were so susceptible to counters because that midfield, if you really ran at it, you could get through it. Because Thomas Partey didn't have the legs, and that's why I was a bit confused when everybody was literally like twerking to get this guy a new contract and make him stay at Arsenal. I said we don't need him, and I hope. Listen, I'm gonna bet we're gonna look a lot more solid defensively this season than we've ever looked, given the fact that we already have one of the best backlines in the league, and then we go and get one of the best DMs as well. A lot DMs that a lot of people were looking for. We're gonna look a lot more solid. We're not gonna be that easy to counter anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? That suffocation that this Atletico guy is so fixated on, we're gonna get it.
This two guys just said I doesn't like Declan Rice, man. All this about Rice being there, bro. Declan Rice is a solid player. There's a reason why United wanted him. There's a reason why City wanted him. It all depends on how you then implement Declan Rice. Declan Rice going forward is amazing. When we didn't have him when we didn't have Partey and Rice had to kind of play that bit lower, we lost that advancing run against PSG. Declan Rice is not, he can play. Look, if you want him to play DM, he can play it. But is that going to benefit Arsenal and Arsenal style? Not necessarily. That's why we went and got Zubamendi. So is it really now a case of, okay, now we have Odegaard, now we have Rice, now we have Zubamendi? That's a more solid unit. And Zubamendi is not like 5'5", just in case if you're watching him on TV, look short. Fella's like nearly 6 foot.
Yeah, but he makes a point here. He says Dyer, Shaw, Maguire, Rice. I've heard this all before, and he have decent white football and gets glorified.
Look at the players you've named. And
you've grouped Rice in with there.
You've grouped Rice in with guys that I don't know anyone that actually rate. It's the media that rates him. That rated Eric Dyer. There's media that hyped up Luke Shaw. There's media that hyped up Harry Maguire. The media hyped up Declan Rice, but guess what Declan Rice has done? He has backed it. I don't think if any view man here can tell me that Declan Rice hasn't justified the reason why he's 105 million. Let me know.
That's nice. Oh yeah.
like I won't even lie. If Declan Rice did nothing for Arsenal by those 2 goals against Real Madrid, bro, I'll tell you that day he justified why he's 105 million.
No,
I'm joking. But you need players that not only are they going to do their job well or to a very high level, you need them to also have individual moments of brilliance that's going to take your team. Because Declan Rice, 105 million for a midfielder, that's kind of almost the going market rate for a good midfielder. But to have one that is going to continuously have the work rate, does their job to a high level, can give you moments, bro, that's worth more than 105 million. You know, you can't really almost really can't put a price on someone that does their job to a very high level. It's just that you don't see the goals from Declan Rice. That's the reason why you're necessarily saying what you're saying, and you
Yeah,
think
no,
that
He does
I think
get the goal. He gets some important goals, to be honest. That goal against United, the Real Madrid goals. He's got a few instances where he's got like
the goal against Chelsea when we were 2-1 down, we're losing 2-0, brought down to 2-1, then we're able to get the late goal with Bukayo Saka as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
look what this guy just said, bro.
They replaced four or five position against it's England hype. The thing is, Declan Rice, ever since he signed for Arsenal, he doesn't get that type of hype anymore. Like if he had made the move to City and he had done what he's done at Arsenal at City, trust me, they would have pushed this guy and said that he's the greatest footballer, he's the greatest export that England has ever had. They might even said that he's better than some of your best players. Like I can't even think of good English players off the top of my head, like all English players. Like who's the guy that lifted the World Cup for like Bobby Charlton and all that kind of stuff? You know, they'd be putting him ahead of all those type of guys. But it's one of them ones where Declan Rice has been so good that he's become a little bit underrated. A little bit. Like, you know, I'll even explain, like, even like on socials, yeah, the way Chelsea fans for some reason they'll be comparing Declan Rice to Caicedo. I'm saying if we really wanted Declan Rice to do what Caicedo does, he'd be able to do it to a better level, and he'd be able to do it well. But if you were to ask Caicedo to do what Declan Rice does for Arsenal, the fellow wouldn't be able to do it. Wouldn't have a clue. Wouldn't have a Scooby.
different type of players.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Roles. But it's a question though. You would say Declan Rice is better than Valverde and McAllister, wouldn't you?
I'd say he's definitely better than McAllister. Valverde.
I also think these are all three different types of football.
Valverde is a different archetype of a player. I feel like Valverde is like a more traditional 8 than anything else. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you're also looking at Valverde is also like he's also a utility player. And in the essence that he can play, like you said, the 4 or 5 positions, he can play them very well because that's like there's certain players that's almost like their makeup. You can almost drop them anywhere and they'll do a good job. Don't forget that Declan Rice also can play centre back as well. He can also fill in centre back as well. Don't put McAllister centre back. Put him there. Don't drag that guy left and right, up and down. There's different. But this is the thing. McAllister in his position is probably one of the best in the world. Valverde in his position probably one of the best in the world. Declan Rice in his position probably one of the best in the world. But you can't then come and add additional because Valverde plays forward 3 extra positions.
No,
that's Valverde.
That's what I wanted to add to. I was going to say because all of them naturally are number 8s. So just as number 8s purely, would you say Declan Rice is the best out of the 3?
I've always loved Valverde. I've always wanted Valverde.
Yeah. I put Valverde first. I put Declan Rice second, and I put your boy McAllister third.
But I guess that's what he means. You've just like obviously it's debatable, but
it's debatable.
But you guys just said straight away like it's not even a question. Declan Rice is better.
I don't think it's not a question. I think you can 100% have a conversation, but I just think Valverde for what Valverde is going to give me, I know what my man's going to give me. Do you get me? I know that's going to be pure defensive. Pick the ball up. The transition is going to be quick. He can even smack a ball from 40. I know what I'm going to get. Do you get me? McAllister is more pure on the ball. Declan Rice can go forward, but he can also recover very well as well. So it's like they're all encompass it, but I think Valverde can encompass what both of those guys can do in just himself. Do you get me?
I actually love that using them. Aldel Taraplover. Oh, what a baller, man. That reminds me, that just brings back to like soccer AM times, you know, them ones there. Wake up early on a Saturday, have your little brekkie. For me, it was hot chocolate and toast. Pour a bit of Sky on. I have Helen Chamberlain and Max, whatever his name was as well. About what was it, 10, 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning was soccer AM. Good days. Good days, man. You know? What, did you have the little cubes or did you have the little scoop things?
Nah, cubes, you know.
At the cubes. I used to eat those cubes sometimes. They wouldn't even make it to the middle. But yeah, he says, of course, the third greatest cam of all time.
That's a big statement still, but he's love earned it, so I hear it.
Greatest cam of all time. He couldn't even stay off the kebabs. He couldn't stay out those shisha lounges, you know what I'm saying? I can't really pull him up there. But boys, I wanted to ask you the last topic I wanted to kind of get into is Madueke as well. If you look how high up Madueke is in this, I didn't expect him to be there. And then I just kind of done a bit more digging as well. I found a little clip that one of his coaches kind of said as well that I wanted to show you. This is more so for H's perspective because I know H wasn't very happy with the whole signing. So I'm just trying to get him to back the boys and just love the boys and all that kind of stuff.
Listen, seven goals in 32 games, man. Yeah, you never move me.
Man goes, Madueke, here we go. We're not trying to glaze Madueke. I'm just trying to say there might be something there. That's all. That's the point I'm just trying to get across. There might be something there. So this is what I wanted to show you.
Noni's good because one of the main appeals with Noni as a player is he can play in different positions. Like I spoke to Noni about, Thomas Tuchel likes him playing on the left. So and he also did that for England very successfully in the last games. He's probably one of England's best players. So, in answer to your question, I think he'll. I can't see him going to Arsenal as being a backup for Saka. It's not realistic in terms of.
Why did he say it's not realistic in terms of a player like Noni not to be a backup to Bukayo Saka? Does he not know who Bukayo Saka is? I know he doesn't train with him personally, but does he not know who he is?
I think
has he not seen his body of work?
He doesn't mean it like that. He means he's not going to be on the bench. He's going to play on that left side and start. That's what he means. Because
if that's what he means, man, we better still go and buy a flipping left wing. Listen, we're just swapping Martinelli for flipping Madueke, bro. Please. People can't try and move me with this Madueke business, bro. I'll never.
Let me just reply to Stu's comment quickly. He says, Baena and Amada going to Atletico for less than Gibbs was release clause. If you ever wonder why La Liga is clear of the brainless kick and chase EPL, that is the perfect demonstration. Listen, we're not arguing against you, Stu. Like, trust me, I don't think the Premier League is the best league in the world. I just think it's the one that's the most dramatized because given all the issues you constantly hear about with PGMOL and this, that, and the third, and that happening. And I think we can all agree there's definitely better ballers in La Liga, like pure ballers in La Liga than there is in the Premier League.
Yeah, man. Bring me Yeremy Pino, man. Come on, tell me. Don't bring me Yeremy Pino, bro.
Yeah, this H guy has been on Yeremy Pino for ages. I just think the guy is just the Premier League. And then Adel Taraplover says Martinelli is clear of Madueke. That's a big statement, Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I think they're clear of each other. Because I don't know who is who in that situation.
Bro, you need both of them are just gonna be looking at each other and training, doing the same thing, bro.
So where you need them. Listen, get them on. I see the guys' lives on TikTok sometimes. He has some crazy stuff to say. But let me see what Stu says. Stu says that City coach Arsenal produced Ashley Cole and Saka in 20 odd years, and who have Chelsea produced in 20 years, Terry and fucking Reece James. That these clubs are backed by Colonial Coin Cloud. And Stu, you're not feeling the Premier League at all. You're not rating their thing. He goes on to say, I don't hear this critique of academies. Scouse is the same with Trent and Gerrard.
Got Conor Bradley as well. Yeah,
talk your shit, partner.
Nah, but he's actually not even capping, bro. Look at Barcelona, what they've done with La Masia, Gavi, Pedri.
The level of players they produce, even that centre back that they have, Kobasi. I love watching them play, boys, because I used to play centre back and right back as well. The fella can defend, fast, strong in the duel.
And they already have this guy that I'm seeing on Twitter. He's like in the under 12s or something. He's next up. They've got them ready. I know they go to like all these different countries and they go to the under 6s and they say, "Look, we have contracts for you. Don't worry."
Yeah, I remember when they were doing the St. Kevin's Cup, yeah. And I remember when Xavi Simons, because Barca were playing Celtic. So Carmelo Dembele was there, and Xavi Simons were there. Bro, yeah, you know when you think you can ball, and then the real ball is full of, and you say, I could never make it. I had one of them days, but
Bro,
bro,
it's like when you're playing DDSL and you go and play a Premier side. Yeah, the way bro, there was one time, yeah, I was playing for Sacred Heart, and we just made it to the DDSL like major or something like that, major like 2 or something like that. You know what I mean? We were like 2 steps away from making it to Premier. And we played Crumley United pre-season. Boys, I'll never forget it. The day was like today. Dull, was raining as well. Yeah, I didn't really want to go to the game because I already knew my mind we were about to get fisted. You know what I'm saying? They were about to fuck us up. Boys, 5 minutes of the game, yeah, they already scored like 2 goals. They're just bopping the ball this way, that way. I'm hearing, yeah, I'm over here. Oh, things on, blah, blah, blah. Bro, everything was moving so fast. My head was just constantly like this. I couldn't even give a shout to the boys. I couldn't do anything. My head was gone. I said, boys, what the hell are we playing against?
What a fake
It felt like they had an extra player on the pitch at all times. You know what score it was at the end of the game? 8-1.
At least you scored though.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that really mattered. That really mattered. That one goal that we scored.
If you're the one that scored, you can talk and shit. You have to move
it wasn't even me that scored it as well.
Oh, fair enough.
But Adele Taraplover says, "Are you man Ateta in or L? H, I'll let you go first in that one."
Bro, in out, man. Just bring me a fucking trophy, man. Look, be like Ange. Win the trophy and leave if you want to, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't really care, bro. Just bring me trophies, bro. God damn. Bring Freddie Youngberg back, man. Shit.
Freddie Youngberg.
Listen, we're not there yet, but this season is make or break for him. This season is make or break for him. But Stu looks and says, look at this the state of that Chelsea youth coach. Bet he's a transformer figure. If you ever wanted a pie, beans, fish, and chimps, who is it?
Who's this guy, bro?
Nah, Stu is flaming everybody. Rating Noni Madueke and Max Aarons, who got the run around at Motherwell last week. Jesus Christ. Glory to be God.
Dude, what happened?
Isn't that Max Aarons plays for like Valencia or something like that? They played friendly against Motherwell. And he got ran around. Look,
I'll say this anyway. Madueke didn't come from Chelsea's youth academy, just to make that very clear.
Came from Tottenham's.
Bro, that guy went and was playing for PSV, bro. He's not an academy youth from Chelsea. And if you're talking about Chelsea's youth system, bro, that's a big time youth system, bro. That's a big time. That was them also their academy players. How many academy players do they have? Like 4 or 5 when they won the last Champions League. That's a big back. Even when we were growing up, that Chelsea youth team, they were winning all the FAU cups. That was not a joke team. Okay, they probably produced most of the players in the Prem of all the clubs. So
yeah, no, but I think what Stu is talking about is that if you look at the likes of the La Liga ones that produce players, those players actually go on to play for the first team and actually have some sort of a career. Like Dominic Calvert-Lewin was part of that. I'm pretty sure. No, not Dominic. Dominic Solanke. He was part of that. Didn't really kick up trees. He left for Liverpool. Didn't really kick up trees. Went to Bournemouth. That's where he went. And Josh McCracken, even the name that Stu just brought up, he was meant to be the best out of them lot. He plays in like flipping Conference League now or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or he's the fella's not even kicking ball.
Josh McCracken was trying to come up in the Chelsea team of. You remember who's in that Chelsea midfield? Like, bro, Balak and these man. You're not getting a sip of that ball, bro. You're not smelling that ball at all, bro. It's just the team he's trying to come up in, bro.
Yeah, no, it's like the way Stu says. Most of the Romans Academy were bought in like Van Ginkel. It's just like when they signed Van Ginkel, I was so jealous because obviously that's when I was young. I was playing FIFA like heavy, so I knew these players, and also Marco Marin, if you remember him as well.
Lucas Piazon as well.
Yeah, Lucas Piazon and all them man. I was proper jealous when they're getting those type of man in, but the way the careers kind of went, I wasn't really that bad because I was like,
but you know what it is though. But you know, I will say this to you. That's down to the player. Honestly, that's down to you being the player and your ability to kick ball. Because everyone else that's meant to have prospered in that Chelsea squad from the academy has. Because guess what happened? Mason Mount, Reece James, Tammy Abraham, Trevor Chalobah, Nathan Chalobah as well. They were there. They won the Champions League.
Mm.
They won the biggest trophy in Europe. Because Patrick loves that trophy so much. Patrick loves that trophy to die. But they went and they won. They won. They were a large portion of that team that won the Champions League. So it really just comes down to you as a footballer. Are you good enough to play, bro? Yeah, you can be great in the U team, but if you're not good enough to kick ball with the big boys, I'm so sorry. You can't play here, bro. It's simple.
I'm saying Adele Tarap, Ross Barkley, Giroud. Who's his name?
Yeah.
I don't know where he's going with that one. But let me just finish off what this guy's said, anyways, because he.
Noni is, and also the money they spent on him. You know, he's a first-rate player. So I see him obviously playing on the left, maybe playing on the right sometimes. When Saka rotates or comes out of the team. But for me, he's a starter in that. And if you look at it, it's interesting because, you know, Martinelli and Trossard are good players, very good players with some different assets. Martinelli, for me, is a good transition player, really good on the break. And maybe not so good when teams are in a low block in terms of beating those players and those tight defensive. And Trossard's really good in 1v1, but maybe can't run beyond. Noni actually gives you both of those assets. You know, he's so good at ball carrying. He can move the distance at speed with the ball in the counter, but also breaking down 1v1s and 1v2s as well. He's top. So for me, you know, I'd be surprised if he's not starting on the left.
See, this is why I need us to actually sign a left winger, because I know he's a striker and he's trying to big him up and trying to sell him. But if I see Noni Madueke as my starting left winger for next season, I'm gonna be fuming. My head is going to be gone, boys. I'm not gonna lie.
The way he just shot that ball, yeah. But that's how man kick ball in Sunday League, bro. There was no, you know, when you see Premier League strikers, you know, on all these like pro direct videos, there's a technique that they use to hit the ball. This guy just kicked the ball like in Sunday League. But I said, nah, that can't be my. Nah, you guys can't convince me, bro. I'll never buy into it,
man. Nani does that, then a burst to finish or cross. I hate these delusions, bro. We've all watched it. We've all watched it. Do you know what I'm saying? Only thing Madueke gives Arsenal is depth. And not like depth as in. Listen, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Maybe the 52 M's that's why I brought up the Tyler Diblin situation. Maybe the 52 M's for Nani isn't that bad when you weigh up like that. Because, bro, how was Tyler Diblin that got relegated with Southampton and not worth 40 mil and some add-ons? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what is Southampton smoking?
Bro, do you know what
if you added extra 15 mil, you could have got a kudos or something like that.
This is the thing, is that all these smaller clubs, they're all trying to sell up, because the same way with Jared Braithwaite, if they were sharp, they could have flogged them to United for 90 million. Flogged them to United. Bro, Everton could have been laughing. The same thing with this Tyler Diblin kid now. They could have dashed him for 60 M's last year, bro. And I won't lie, when you were talking, I went to watch his I went to just go and see little TT highlights of the kid, yeah. If you bring if somebody came to my house and I'm a scout, got this kid free from Southampton, 45 million, 50 million, I'm like, show me. What I saw, I will slap your mouth. I will slap your bloody mouth. Bro, as a winger, why is your socks so low? That's my first question. So your aesthetic is even wrong already, bro. And then the dribble is dribbling. Bro, not for 45 million, bro. That's a 15 to 20 million pound player that you're trying to flog me for 50% extra for one reason.
This rookie guy is taking the piss. He says Madueke at best is worth 1.3 million.
He's worth about 25 million, I'd say.
Come on, bro.
You lot even being generous, bro, because I agree with him.
But you said that would be a great question for Arteta. Do you think he gives you greater depth? I think he's trying to do enough Teta impression. He goes, well, of course, we are working very hard to have more options. This you guys actually a break.
I hear it, man. Because you can't tell me that as
I wish I could pin that comment. That is fucking hilarious.
No, because I know sincerely, I have to ask Arsenal's board, like, what are you doing? Like, you were showing you clips, highlights of wingers, and you're trying to convince me that Madueke is the best option in the market.
Nah, you know what it is? You know what it is, H? What's so funny about the whole saga is somebody sent it to me on TikTok, and I said, oh yeah, like it's not gonna happen. I'm not paying attention to it, blah blah blah. And then, bro, like 2 weeks later, I said, yeah, I seen the news that we're still circulating around him. Then, like 2 days later, he was signed. I didn't even have time to be shocked. It all happened so quick.
Bro, we're setting ourselves up, man. Because look how quickly we did Madueke, man. Bro, bro, do you remember I was screaming? Go and get Rodrygo, man. What we doing?
Oh my god. But perfect relations waiting for Rodrygo to come back from holidays. Fuck his holiday. Tell him to come and sign it right now. Bring your missus, bring your whole family.
Bro, we're acting like we didn't go and book Harrods when he was on holiday to get that deal done.
At Ting's wedding, at Kepa's wedding, imagine. We go and sign Kepa 2 years later.
Nah, man.
Bro, the club knows how to move fast when they want to move fast, but they move incredibly slow for no reason.
No reason.
Stu said how much we're buying a Pino or even Conceição cost. Peanuts, about 20-25 mil for the boat of them. Then Stu said I'd rake it for 50 odd ball. No, definitely. Then Ricky said 25 million quids are like Xhaka, Lookman, Ugarte. If you look at those players, Madueke is worth 20. See, the thing is, like I was even saying, like Lookman is still out there. You can still get Lookman for about 40-45 million euros. That's euros. So if you convert that to pounds, that's about like what 30-35. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, it's Madueke that you wanted. Somebody that's turned African Ballon d'Or Player of the Year. Listen, I won't say too much. Went to score a hat trick in the European Cup final in our hometown as well. In our hometown as well.
One thing I'll say about Lookman is, bro, he was already in the Prem twice, and he stunk half up. Don't bring that guy back, man. Shit. Don't let me see that guy anywhere near Prem, but especially boy club, man.
Well, Stu said, even Lookman end product can be a bit shaky, but listen, in a good team like Arsenal's, I feel like he could bag. And then Ricky says, Lookman is 22-32 mil. I'll be real. That's what I kind of rate Matt as well. That's why the whole 50 stuff it didn't really make sense to me. But listen, it's not really my money at the end of the day. That's just nonsense they wanted to do. Lookman is lethal compared to Thierry Noni. Thank fuck they didn't shove the 14 shove. No, if that gave honestly, yes, dude, would have called this World War III if Arsenal would have given Noni Madueke the number 14. Genuinely.
Would have gone to the Emirates himself.
Oh my god, it would have been that's just setting up the guy up to fail. That genuinely would have been setting up the guy up to fail. But now we're gonna call it a day there, guys. We appreciate Stu and even my boy Ricky at Delta Rap Lover for joining us on the pod today. Stu, definitely like your opinions. Please think about subscribing, liking it as well. Liking the pod as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. We can get you on more times as well, and we can have a conversation. But this there's some might take us watch games. Yeah, that's true. But listen, I don't want to think about that, Ricky, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, guys, we appreciate you guys for joining us while we're live. We'll catch you guys next week as well when we'll be on again. Hopefully, there's a bit more. I don't know, more meat to the bone. I feel like football has kind of gone into that weird little lull where we're just all waiting for the season to start. I need some transfer dopamine. I need an Eze, here we go. I definitely want to see Isaac stay at Newcastle. I don't want to see him go to Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? I just need some dopamine. But no, guys, appreciate you. Good night. God bless. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, we'll definitely catch you in the next one.